thalamus. It is one and it is another. Left and right thalamus. It has egg shape. Anteriorly it's narrow, anterior tubercle, tuberculum anterior, and posterior wide part of thalamus has name pulvinar. Pulvinar. What is here?
Superior colliculus.
Colliculus, quadrigeminal colliculus, superior and inferior. Brachium of inferior colliculus attached to corpus gyneculatum mediale, and brachium of superior colliculus goes to corpus gyneculatum laterale. You already know that superior colliculus, that is subcortical center of what? Visual center, together with lateral geniculate body. And inferior colliculus together with medial geniculate body, that is subcortical center of hearing, you're right.
Yeah.
Both of these geniculate bodies are metathalamus, posteriorly from thalamus, metathalamus. Then, here it is, we have triangle, trigonum habenule. From this triangle start habenule, that is fibers of white matter which goes to pineal body or epiphysis, pineal body. This pineal gland secrete melatonin, serotonin, and antigonadotropic hormone. And between right and left habenule we have commissura habenularum. All of these structures, triangle, habenule, commissura, and pineal body, that is epithalamus. And here it is thalamus. Thalamus, epithalamus, and metathalamus together forms thalamencephalon. And below of thalamencephalon we have hypothalamus. Some words about nuclei of thalamus. Anterior nuclei of thalamus in anterior tubercle, that is subcortical olfactory center. Posterior nuclei, and it is widest part of the thalamus, pulvinar. Here it is visual nuclei, subcortical visual center, together with lateral geniculate body and together with superior colliculus. Lateral nuclei, here it is lemniscus medialis finished. Lemniscus medialis consists of tractus spinothalamicus anterior, it's conduct tactile sensitivity, spinothalamicus lateralis, temperature and pain, and bulbothalamicus, that is proprioceptive sensitivity. That is why all types of sensitivity from human body present in lateral nuclei of thalamus. Medial nuclei, that is extrapyramidal system, and central nuclei, that is reticular formation. Third ventricle, ventriculus tertius, lateral walls, that is medial surface of thalamus. Anteriorly we have columna fornicis. These two columna fornicis join together with the help of lamina terminalis, and space between columna fornicis and anterior tubercle of thalamus, this space, that is openings which communicate third ventricle with anterior horn of lateral ventricle, that is lateral ventricle, and anterior horn of lateral ventricle joined with the third ventricle through interventricular foramen, foramen interventriculare. Posterior wall. First of all, here it is commissura habenularum. Below of this commissura we have recessus pineale, then commissura cerebri posterior, and below of this commissura opening of cerebral aqueduct, aqueductus cerebri, that is posterior wall of third ventricle. Inferior wall, that is all structures of hypothalamus, and superior wall, first of all telechoroidea, then fornix, and then corpus callosum. telechoroidea, fornix, and corpus callosum, that is superior wall of the third ventricle. It is not necessary to draw, only you will answer next time all of these structures. And last, pituitary gland or hypophysis. I think you know that hypophysis consists of anterior and posterior lobe. Anterior lobe, that is adenohypophysis, and it's produce hormones. Somatotropic hormone, thyrotropic, adrenocorticotropic, gonadotropic hormone in anterior lobe. And posterior lobe, it's not produce hormones, only accumulate them. Which hormones do you know in posterior lobe of hypophysis? Vaso and oxytocin. Both of these hormones produced in hypothalamus, and from hypothalamus they transport to posterior lobe of hypophysis through axons of nerve cells. They accumulate here and from posterior lobe discharge into the blood. Anterior lobe of hypophysis joined with hypothalamus through blood, through portal vessels, and hypothalamus produce releasing factors, liberins and statins, and they liberins increase production of hormones in anterior lobe, and statins decrease function of anterior lobe. That is hypothalamo-hypophyseal system, and necessary to know communication between hypothalamus and hypophysis. Our next class is on